Zone 7 is an off-road racetrack just outside Cape Town, where the full gamut of off-road racing takes place. From motorbikes, sprint cars to cars, model cars and now go-karts. The fast-growing new sport called Dirt Karting attracted a good-sized field of all competitors of all ages to Zone 7 recently. Janet Bass explains.
Today is our 7th round of our Dirt Karting. We are a new MSA club, and we are a new Dirt Karting club as well. As you can see, we have about 105 dirt karts here today. They are all going to sound crazy in the next hour or so. I think you can hear it in the background. We have a lot of spectators here as well today, so no, we are pumping, and luckily the rain played along, so that's good.
In a nutshell, it's basically the same as tar go-karting. We actually use tar chassis and we convert them to dirt chassis, so there's no suspension or springs or shock absorbers or anything like that. The track is a dirt track, which reduces traction, makes it a lot more difficult, but it is as flat as a tar surface, so it's perfectly flat, and we race in an oval.
Operating under the umbrella of national governing body Motorsport South Africa, not only is dirt karting accessible to all ages, it also caters for a vast range of differently powered karts, with numerous categories racing in the national series at Zone 7.
There's different sizes of engines, and you'll see some, if you look around, some of the dirt karts is small, whereas 5-year-olds ride in. So they go according to size and according to age as well. Then we have the little midgets that they do stock cars as well, that they ride here. We have little Beetle cars that looks like little Herbie. Then we have the SuperSport, which is our premier class. That is big engines, that's 425cc engines. So yes, that's how you can decide in which class you want to ride in. You are allowed to tweak, obviously, within borders. Everything has limits. So we have certain modification classes and certain stock standard classes. So our modification classes, it's a 300 mods. There you do change the cams a bit, you do change the engines a little bit, your valves clearance differ. Then you have the super mods, like I said previously, which is a premier class. The wing karts is modified to the max. The Beetles class is modified to the max. So yes, there is limits, and there is certain CCs, that's the most that you can push out of your motor.
As is often the case with sports that offer a broad spectrum of classes, there is a strong family vibe both on and off the racetrack. Friendly rivalry, hard racing amongst the family members.
Yes, that is actually fathers, sons, daughters, fathers, brothers, sisters competing against each other. So this is a family fun event. There's young guys, there's old guys, there's old women's here that ride, and they enjoy it just as much as the young ones, and the spectators enjoy it as much as well.
Any motorsport brings with it an element of danger, and dirt karting is no different in that. However, as Janet Bass explains, every effort is made to ensure that the drivers and spectators are kept safe and sound at the racetrack.
This sport is very safe. Obviously, with any engine sport, there is certain safety factors, like you mentioned. We are part of MSA, which is Motorsport South Africa, so we follow their safety rules and regulations. Our track is according to their safety standards. You'll see around our track there is wire as well, so that the spectators can't get into the track. We have medics on site that can, if should something happen, then they are responsible for that. Our marshals are trained properly, and you'll see everyone on the track wears yellow bibs, just so that everyone can see them. Tonight we do race into going dark. We have lights there, we run on generators to ensure that the lights don't fail. So no, safety is priority.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 5. Because there's obviously people that cars aren't really up to spec. And then they spin out, somebody can hit them, or your car goes into flames or something.
With 12 classes taking part, a day's racing at the series at Zone 7 is frantically busy. It's not just one race each, there are numerous heats and finals as the day progresses. But it all operates like a well-oiled kart engine from early in the morning.
We started this morning at 9, getting all the registrations in, getting all the entries in. You'll see all the guys coming off the track now. They've just finished their practice rounds. We do 4 heats and a final. So each heat consists at about 10 laps each heat. The fastest cars here do about 10-second laps. So they are very, very fast, and they do go around very quickly. We have 12 cars maximum going around the track in one heat. So these cars will ride 5 times or 5 heats around the track. Each 10 laps, that's about 50 laps. that they will ride today around the track. Each car, yes.
Zone 7 is the hub of off-road racing in the Western Cape, and dirt karting has grown exponentially. Now that they have MSA approval, other regions are showing interest in taking part in the Zone 7 dirt karting series.
Zone 7 was the first dirt karting club to join MSA. So George Dirt Karting have joined us today as well. They also now MSA. We are hoping that Swartland Oval Karting and CODK Oval Karting will join us as well. And then we can make the dirt karting a big sport in South Africa, as with the stock cars, as with the other oval cars. So no, it's definitely growing. And it's affordable.
Well, it's not a fairly new sport in South Africa. It's been around for, I think, about 15 years. But only now with Zone 7, we've gone MSA, Motorsport South Africa. So you can now, from next year, get your regional colours, Western Province colours, Springbok colours. So it's coming. We've actually got a team visiting us later this year from India. So it's starting to become a more international sport for us as well.
Jacques Kraus races in the Supermods class and is having an excellent series. He's currently second by just 22 points from Oakley Conyers.
The 270cc's is how much cc's the motor has. And then we race modded 270s, so you can put different flywheels on, mod your head and all that. And then, yeah, you just go around the oval track.
He makes it sound rather simple, but in reality, dirt kart racing takes a good deal of skill, passion, courage and commitment. The young man is keen to continue his motorsport career beyond karting eventually.
In this sport, I just want to do this till I can move up to bigger classes like sprint cars, which is the 410 horsepower, and then like the motocross. I want to do all of the dirt racing.
This is my 4th season racing. I started at another club. I took part in the 390 standard class. I won the championship in the first year. The second year at that club, I took part in the fastest class there, the 4-5 mods. I finished second. Then I joined Zone 7 Dirt Karting last season, and I took part in the 390 mods and the super mods. I won both championships, and this season I'm doing the super mod class.
It's always been one of my dreams to ride a go-kart. And yeah, my husband came home one day with a go-kart and I asked him, is he crazy? And he said no. So Zone 7 had a fun day last year, exactly this time. And I took part in the fun day and yeah, it turned out that I was actually quite good. So yeah, we've taken it up as a sport.
The skills required to pilot a small dirt kart at high speed around an oval track are quite different to those needed for the bigger cars, like stock cars. Transitioning between the two disciplines is not quite as easy as it seems, and it brings with it some very different challenges.
Some of our guys go try the stock cars, some do well, some struggle. We have very big names in stock car racing that also come here. It's not always as easy, some of them don't make it, it's quite difficult. Some of them do well, but not all of them. So it doesn't mean if you're a stock car driver this is going to be easy, not at all.
While dirt karting is something of a niche sport requiring a reasonable financial investment to get into, it's great fun and remains very accessible with so many different classes available. The hope is that the growth will continue and that the sport will eventually gain national prominence.
It's very much based on age. So there's different age groups, but for each age there's more than one class. The super mods would be the fastest class here. Second to fastest, I would say probably the wing karts, the ones that look like the midget racing karts. Well, we hope to make the sport as big as possible. We're hoping to, we've got George. George is actually here with us today, George Dirt Karting Club. They've come to visit us. We're hoping to expand it into the rest of South Africa so we can get the sport as big as possible. We've got big names like Hoosier. I'm sponsored by Hoosier. We've got big names like them investing in the sport now, getting involved, sponsoring drivers. So it's growing at a huge pace.
Dirt karting looks fantastic fun for the whole family. If you're interested, Zone 7 in the Western Cape is the place to go. But be warned, it's addictive.